Allah. Because fasting means keeping in mind service to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and service to His creations. Similarly, when fasting starts and a person is not observing balance in his life, then he is not observing the purpose of fast. One purpose of fasting is to create balance in our life, which is an ethics of fasting. The Prophet, peace be upon him, tells us that you should fast in the whole month of Ramadan, but if we assume that fasting creates taqwa, increases piety, therefore we want to fast whole year, the prophetic declaration is, then you have not fasted even for one day, because you have gone to extremism. On the other hand, you have a person who has completed his fasting in the month of Ramadan, and after that, whether a male or female, a young person or old person, decides to fast once in a week, twice in a week, or 3 times in a month, then this person is capturing the spirit of fasting. He is not making himself immune of hunger, but he is fully aware of Allah's command of fasting, and at the same time he is not getting a kind of habitual fast which makes his thankfulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very much limited to one dimension. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to thank Him not only by our obedience and ibadah, but also by enjoying best kind of food and fruit He has sent for us. Who can say that when it's extreme heat and after breaking fast in the evening, a person tastes a nice piece of mango, a nice piece of apple, a nice piece of banana, strawberries and other fruit, then this itself becomes a motivation for thankfulness. Therefore, during the month of Ramadan, by fasting as well as by breaking a fast, one becomes more and more thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Another important aspect or ethics or adab of fasting is that a person should not only take care of his speech, his vision, his economic transactions, but also his heart. Heart must melt down. Heart must become sensitive. Heart must become soft. Heart must become responsive. And therefore, during the month of fasting, if a person does not feel a shiver in his heart when he is reading the Quran or listening to it, when he does not feel thankfulness up to the brim in his heart, then he has not been able to properly enjoy fasting. The joy of fasting is not simply when a person breaks his fast or takes a sahur, but in changing the heartbeat, in making the heart function with a sense of responsibility and ethics and morality. Therefore, the tuning of qalb or heart is extremely important and an inevitable part of ethics of the month of Ramadan. Last but not the least is the ethics of listening. We learn by listening. And in the month of Ramadan, if a person listens to backbite, listens to falsehood, listens to false media, colored media, tilted media, biased media, then this person is not fulfilling the obligation of fasting. Because fasting means that a person is observing that ethics in which his vision, his audition, his heartbeat, his transactions, everything is synchronized together. Everything is tuned towards obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, when we listen to what He wants us to listen, when we speak on what He wants us to speak, when we take as food what He has allowed, when we abstain from things which He has stopped, then we are observing real ethics of fasting. Fasting, therefore, becomes a whole month of ethical orientation for every male and female who lives in any part of the world. This is a global training in universal ethical values of the Quran. Wa alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Allah